And the upsets continue to happen. What is going on? Welcome to the fastest minute in tennis. I'm your host, Good Energy. This coverage, as always, is brought to you via the doctrine of fair use, the fair dealing, and the digital Millennium Act. Let's get right into it, guys. A quick rundown of yesterday's matches, as well as a quick look at today. Listen, guys. Cartel is playing solid tennis. She takes out Victoria Tomova, and this was an amazing match to me because she beats Tomova in straight sets. A lot of people didn't pick her to win this match. She was a huge favorite coming into this match. But listen, she's ranked 50th on the world tour. She's going to be actually inside the top 50 after this tournament. But she really got it done by winning 69% of her first serves. Tomova lost 53% of her first serves and 57% of her second serves. Cartel looks good. She's on to the next round. Not much to say here in this match here. This is Alexandra Sasnovich. I'm glad she made it into the main draw. But listen, guys, it went exactly how I thought it would go. Svitolina's just too good, too versatile. She wins that in straight sets. What about Olga? Go that way. Alicia Parks, right? That record-breaking serve at the U.S. Open. That's who she did it against, Olga. Listen, Olga's got a lot of power. She's crafty with the left forehand. But Maddie Patty advances, ladies and gentlemen. We have to start looking at Madison Keys as a sleeper to win SW19. She gets the job done in straight sets. Congratulations. What about long hair? Don't care. Now, I told you guys, you got to watch out for Laura Sigmund. She's also a sleeper, ranked 104th on the main tour. But look, she's been inside the top 50. She's a WTA doubles champion a couple years ago. At the finals in Cancun. Leylah Fernandez, great inside the baseline, one of the fastest players on tour. But Laura Sigmund, look, that drop shot, any drop shot, unpredictable on this surface, wins 71% of her first serves. It's like Leylah was front, back, side to side, like a new TikTok dance move. 20 unforced errors for Leylah Fernandez. Laura Sigmund won 68% of the net points, 13 for 19. That was really the big difference in this matchup. Laura Sigmund has a good short ball, and she's good on grass, and I think she's going to continue to win. You better watch out for Laura Sigmund. At her age, she's got it. I mean, she's got it. This is not the surface to play around with Laura Sigmund. Arina Sabalenka hits hard. Listen, she's the favorite to win this tournament. A lot of stars are out. Mary Boo, great defense, but Sabalenka goes airborne here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that view. That's classic right there. The first set did go to a tiebreak. Mary Boo's not going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to have to overpower her and beat her. But 88% of her first serves won. I don't even think Mary Boo knows what happened there. 88% of Sabalenka's first serves won. If she plays like that, listen, Sabalenka will win this championship. And look, just like the U.S. Open, when Coco beat her in 3, she came back, did well at the Australian Open. Listen, guys, watch out for Sabalenka. I'm telling you. Donna Vekic does what Donna Vekic... No. Guys, this was an upset. That's right, guys. Cristina Buxa, coached by her father, Vamos from Spain. And Buxa's doing what she wants to do. 77% of the first serves won. Donna Vekic lost 47%. Literally 50% of her first serves. She lost 50% of her second serves. Cristina Buxa, look, she good variety in this matchup today. Donna Vekic couldn't keep up. I felt Donna, she had a tougher match than the score showed last time out, and I think that caught up with her. Osaka, Konnichiwa. Listen, guys, is Osaka a sleeper? I told you, look, she's not going to have a problem with Katarina. Katarina plays she plays into Osaka's strengths. Just not going to be a matchup that stresses Osaka. 6-3, 6-2. Straight set win. 74% of the first serves won. She won literally 40% of Katarina's first serves, 70% of her second serves. 37 unforced errors from Katarina. And look, the coaching staff is there. Everyone is happy. Osaka's through. Now, Osaka talked about just being fearless when she was younger. As she started to get older, I mean, she's not old, but she's in her mid-20s, getting to the upper part of her 20s where players historically start to slow down on tour. But she talked about being fearless as a younger player and now getting older, letting fear kind of creep in a little bit of doubt, self-doubt. Listen, Osaka, if you unleash those rockets that we know you have, go back to dominating on the serve, 7, 8, 9, 10 aces a match. Because when Osaka was winning those slams, she was one of the most consistent servers on tour. She'd back you up right away and boom, +1 deadly. She gets back to that. Now, here's the thing. Wim and Patrick, two different coaches. Now, they're both Hall of Famers. They're both amazing. Wim, without a doubt, has the larger body of success with more players, more slam champions. We know Patrick had the long run with Serena, but they're two different coaches. I think Patrick, this is just my opinion, I think Patrick loves to bring the best out of each player, right? He's more of a mental coach. Visualize it. You can make it happen. It's up to you. I think Wim's more of a technical, and Patrick's really technical too. So I don't want you to think he's not, right? He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. But he started working with Serena when she was already a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players of all time as well. So Wim, he's more technical. He's going to have his notepad. He's going to break down. I think when it comes to in-match adjustments, I think Wim is probably one of the better coaches on tour. Wim is going to change your game. He's going to make you his type of player, right? Where I think Patrick will bring the best out of you. And I think they're two different coaches, and I think mentally that's tough, but I think there is a challenge there with Osaka that he's trying to get through to her, because Osaka said it herself. She reached a point where she's just not fearless anymore, and that's affecting her game. And I think Patrick is the best coach for that. However, I think if she stayed with Wim, I think maybe the last year or so probably would have been better for her, because she has to go through an adjustment period where Patrick needs to learn her game. So that's why I think some of the results aren't where we want them to be. New coach, guys, it takes time. Jasmine Paolini, a.k.a. Little Italy. Like, guys, you got to appreciate the nicknames I've given to these amazing players. Come on, show some love. Like the video. Hit the super thanks. Thanks to everyone that does the super thanks also. That's pretty cool. All right, Jasmine Paolini, listen, guys. Amazing run here last year. By no means did I think she would win this tournament or go deep again this year. They're playing a lot of tennis. It's going to catch up with you. But losing to Kamila Rakimova. Listen, I talked about Kamila and how I've been disappointed with her on tour. I felt she should be right there with the Diana Snyders of the world, right? Those younger Russian stars, Amira Andreevas. I don't know. Maybe this is the spark she needs to get back on track. I mean, she beats a top 5 player while still committing 9 double faults and still winning 76% of her first serves. Very tough match here, guys. 40 unforced errors from Jasmine Paolini, and Kamila had 44 and still won the match. I don't know how that happened, ladies and gentlemen. Ava Liz, defensive powerhouse from Germany, taking on Linda Noskova. Is Linda a sleeper? Look, passing of the torch from the Czech Republic. I don't know. Petra Kvitova played her last match here at SW19. What do you think? Is Linda going to be the one that takes over from the Czech Republic? She advances to the next round. Diana Snyder, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I told you, Diane Parry should beat Diana Snyder, but I didn't think she was healthy. Yeah, she showed that, she's just fine. 6-1 a breadstick in the second set. 81% of her first serves won. 45% of Diana's first serves won. 50% of Diana's second serves won. 21 winners to 9. And the French woman, bonjour, comme allez-vous? She advances to the next round, ladies and gentlemen. What about Solana Sierra? Takes out Katie Bolter, the Brit. A lot of upsets, huh? I don't necessarily know that this is an upset. I mean, Solana Sierra, look, someone that I've told you to watch out for. Don't cry for me, Argentina. She's a good player. And look, breadstick in the third set, she gets the job done. She's got a tough matchup next time out, but 14 faults from Katie Bolter, tough. And what about Emma Raducanu, ladies and gentlemen? Now, Emma, she didn't expect this to be a great tournament. I think Emma's a little too humble these days. And look, humble can go either way. Humble, it means low in some ways. You don't want to think low of yourself, to please someone else, to cater to someone else's feelings and emotions. Be unapologetic. Do your thing. And Emma Raducanu beat Marketa. Now, I talked in the post-match video about this match. Marketa is very much a one-handed player. Emma Raducanu has her backhand. Like I said, if Emma gets to her backhand, she's going to win the match. It's too much power to adjust to. 6 double faults from Marketa did not help at all. Emma won 68% of her first serve, 67% of her second serves. Not like an overwhelming performance, but she was consistent, guys. 28 unforced errors from Marketa, and Emma won the net points. That's really what it came down to it. I'm happy. Look, Emma Raducanu's a rock star, right? If she's doing well, the tour is doing well. But let's just be honest, guys. We had this conversation. It seems like we have this conversation every year. I don't think Wimbledon is the biggest slam. I think the U.S. Open is the biggest slam. A lot of people still, they fall in love with that tradition of SW19, but it's just not that anymore. The U.S. Open is the rock star of all Grand Slams. I mean, the French Open, clay is just now becoming an accepted, and I don't want to say just now. I definitely think Rafa, Serena, they made clay in the French Open that accepted slam, but for a lot of years, especially in the 80s, people did not respect clay tournaments. So the French Open, look, I think it's a great tournament, but the U.S. Open is the premier tournament. The Australian Open is tough. It's the first slam of the season. The weather conditions are always horrible. It's hot, it's humid, there's heat waves, and it's tough to get used to that, right? Because it's so much so soon. Wimbledon has been the premier tournament for so long, right? The prestige, the tradition. But guys, the U.S. Open is it. Media from all around the world, everyone, the last slam of the season. We're headed into the fall season here in North America, the United States, and it's just electric, guys. Just walking the grounds of the U.S. Open, it's so electric. And yeah, it is for Wimbledon too, but I just don't, and just look at all the stars that are just dropping out, getting eliminated. Even the heat waves here, it's just not, it doesn't compare to the U.S. Open. I'm sorry, guys. And this year is so wacky. All the top players are out. When Coco is eliminated from these tournaments, viewership, even look at Tiafoe, who was the big draw last year. Tiafoe, Coco. When she's out of this tournament, it's just the ratings drop. And the same with this channel. Like, I'll give you my rundown on the day, but the reality is I don't think I'll be covering a lot of these matches because this tournament is too unpredictable, and I think it's affecting the ratings for sure. Now, that could also be viewed as exciting, right? We'll have a new slam champion. I mean, Wimbledon's been so unpredictable, we've had so many different champions here, which is great for the sport, but you also need, just like any type of major professional league, whether it's football, basketball, you need your stars playing. You need your stars in prime time. That's when people tune in. And I think ratings are going to be affected dramatically. But why is this happening? It's the surface. Grass is so unpredictable. You can't. When have you seen Emma Raducanu this fired up? You have to love that. She is pumped up. That gets me excited. The surface is so unpredictable. And look, that could be a good thing, right? You're not going to have any dominant players. You're not going to have any powerhouses. I think that's good for the sport. I do. But for ratings, especially this channel, this is a huge Coco channel. You guys you've showed up. I give you the content you want. You want to hear about Coco. We talk about Coco. But for this tournament right now, Coco being out, it's going to be a huge draw it's going to be a huge drop in ratings and viewership. It just is. And the same with this channel here, but like I said, I don't do this for likes or views. I do this for just the genuine. For me, it's more about the quality of the subscriber. We have amazing conversations in the comments, and I appreciate you guys for that. And that's really what it's about. I mean, I can open the channel up and I can blow up and go big. I can do all that stuff, but it really, that stuff doesn't matter to me. I'm not here for clout or anything, because listen, guys, you guys come here with great conversations, great topics, and it's beautiful. And I may not be able to get to respond to all of the comments, but I see them. In any given day, I could have 100 comments pop up because I have so many videos. So I thank you guys for the love and support. And again, if I don't respond to a comment, I'm not ignoring you. Some of them I see, some of them I really don't see, but I try to get to all of them as much as I can. So I do appreciate the love and support. We do reach millions of households, every month. And again, I could quadruple that number, but again, I'm not here for clout. I'm just really here for the quality and the interactions with really, really good tennis fans. And you guys are all knowledgeable as well. So I thank you for the support. But Emma Raducanu pumped up. Let's get back to today's matches, guys. Emma Navarro, she's doing well already against Veronika Kudermetova, but Veronika, I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with their game. I think a lot of the players are also just getting worn down. They've been playing these crazy schedules, and it's catching up with them. The tour is going through a transition. We're going to see a lot of these younger players pop out that no one's been expecting to do well. And it's going to happen, not just necessarily that it's overdue, but it's just we have a lot of players that are aging. Samnez right now, she's taking on Wong. She's playing very well. She's from Turkey, a great shot maker. And Wong's been playing a lot of tennis too, right? So that's interesting there. Mira Andreeva, Bronzetti. Look, I think Bronzetti can do something here. If she can cut off the court from Mira, prevent that left down the line, it's going to make Martinez and Mira make some in-match adjustments that could possibly make Mira a little bit uncomfortable. But also, with that said, Mira's got to be mentioned in the top. She's got to be mentioned in the top few players that could actually win this tournament. Katie Volynets versus Elizabeth. Katie Volynets, another dog. I think Katie Volynets can do something again. If she can cut off the court, Elizabeth wants to beat you on the inside. She wants to come cross court. She can play deep. Elizabeth is going to have to make some in-match adjustments. Haley Baptiste, Victoria Bocul. In the comments, guys, that's going to be a tough match. Victoria, a lot of people think she should win. She's the favorite. Victoria's going to play fast and aggressive left down the line. Haley's going to have to redirect. She's going to have to take off some of that pace. If Haley extends these rallies, Victoria gets really aggressive with her left down the line. She wants to cut off the court and go for winners. Haley's going to have to stretch the court, extend the rallies, and I think Haley should win. Barbora Krejcikova and Dolehide, I don't think Krejcikova's healthy. She played a long, grueling match last time. Dolehide's going to have a deep backhand. She's going to have power. If she can overpower Barbora and back her up, I think she can beat Barbora. Elsa's got to serve to beat Belinda. She's got to serve well and move Belinda around. Simple as that. Elsa can move. Elsa's lost a lot of weight. She's now an athletic threat. If she moves Belinda around, she has the power that can beat her. Danielle Collins should advance. Ekaterina and Susan Lehman's going to be a good match, because if Susan can make Ekaterina just extra balls and hit deep in these rallies, Susan can get Ekaterina to put up a ton of unforced errors, and she might have a chance there. The Greek goddess and Rebecca, if Zachary plays how she's capable, she can beat Rebecca. I just don't think she will, though. Kenin should take out Buzis Monero. Anna Kalinskaya, I think, will beat Tauson. Tauson struggled against Heather Watson. Kalinskaya is a much better shot maker at this age of her career than Heather Watson. She moves better. I think that's an upset there. Diana and Zakharova could be an upset from Zakharova. I mean, Diana beat Coco, but Coco was not accustomed to the surface. She hadn't played much matches. That's going to be interesting. I like Iga over Kat McNally, but listen, Kat McNally has a variety to make that go 3. I like Ludmilla over Stardupseva. And Dasha and Big U. I think Big U can beat Dasha if she serves well. That's going to be a good match. Guys, tennis in a minute. Like the video. Show some love. We'll be right back.